Thanks to all of you for sticking with me in this video series, Tumbling a Variety of Jaspers. They're now finally finished with the core stage and ready to move on to the polishing stage. Let's take a closer look at these and see how they look. Here's the Namibia. It's nice and smooth. I think this one's going to take a good polish. I'm not sure. I've never tumbled and polished this before. But this is the Namibia. This is that bamboo jasper. If you recall, this one ground down quickly, which means it's a soft stone. So I have my doubts that this one will turn out pretty when it gets polished. We'll see. This is that Cripple Creek jasper. This one I think is going to turn out really nice. It's almost a flawless tumble. This fracture here wouldn't go away, but it's smooth. So hopefully once it polishes, it won't be so distracting. But otherwise, this one, I am very hopeful this one turns out very, very nice once it's done with its polishing. We'll see. We'll know in 8 days. This is that little rainforest jasper. This one just never would tumble smooth for me. You see there's still an imperfection right there. I gave up trying to make it perfect. So we'll get this one polished and see how it turns out. It has a nice pattern anyway. Hopefully it'll be a shiny pattern before long. Here's that big chunk of orbicular jasper. I have no idea how this one's going to tumble. I think it's going to be nice. I think it'll take a good shine. It feels very smooth. And I know it was a very hard stone because it took several months to get this one ground down to this shape. So again, this is the orbicular jasper. And here's that chunk of the Pilbara Picasso jasper. This one also took several months to grind down to a nice smooth shape. I hope this one has a nice shine when it's finished, because if it does, it will be pretty spectacular. There are some softer areas on it though, so it may not be an even shine. Some of this stuff up here, it feels softer, it wore down quicker, and maybe undercut a little bit. But the rest of it, I'm hopeful, will take a great shine. This, of course, is the Kambaba jasper, I think otherwise known as crocodile jasper. I've seen videos where people have tumbled this and it generally turns out really nice. So hopefully this piece will be no exception. It's nice and smooth. I think it's got a nice tumble going so far. Now, how well is it going to polish? We'll know here in just a few days. This is the Coquina jasper. If you watch this video series, you remember that this one ground down very quickly, just like the bamboo jasper. So, like the bamboo jasper, I don't think this is going to take a great shine. It's just too soft. And that's unfortunate because it is a really cool looking rock. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will end up looking nice. We'll see. We'll know in 8 days. Here's that big chunk of polychrome jasper. And this one tumbled very nicely, as you can see. It's pretty much flawless. There's a little divot right there, but it should polish through. Otherwise, this thing is in great shape. Now, will it take a high polish? I don't know. It almost feels like it's not going to take a high polish. I'm not sure. I hope it does, though, because it will be a beautiful rock if it does. This is that little piece of wild horse jasper, which, like the Coquina and the bamboo jasper, just was soft. It ground down quickly. So I don't expect it to have a great shine when it's done. We'll know here soon. And finally, this is the Bruno jasper. I wanted this one to get rid of all of that stuff, that whatever it is, host rock material. It just wouldn't go away, so I decided to leave it in. Otherwise, the rock was just going to get too small. The rest of this hopefully will take a brilliant shine. It feels like it's going to. It's very soft and very hard. So it's kind of funny to say it that way. It's very soft and it's very hard. You rock people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll know soon enough whether or not this one also takes a great shine. Okay, now you've seen all these in their unpolished state. How are they going to look in the polished state? We'll know here shortly. What I'm going to do is get these started in the vibratory tumbler. Do the 2 days at 220 grit silicon carbide, the 2 days at 600 grit silicon carbide, the 2 days at 1500 grit silicon carbide, and the 2 days at the aluminum oxide polish. After that, we'll be done. So, next time you see these, they should be nice and shiny, for the most part. Our variety of different jaspers are finally done with the polishing. Check it out. What do you think? I think most of them turned out okay, but let's take a closer look at each one individually and just see how they polished, were they worth the money, all that good stuff. First up, Namibia jasper at $5 per pound. Well, as you can see, the Namibia jasper took an okay shine. Not great, though. it has some areas that just didn't shine as well as other areas. I'm not sure why that is. But overall, it's a pretty stone. Namibia Jasper. What do you think? Next is the bamboo jasper. This was $6 per pound. Unfortunately, this piece of bamboo jasper just was too soft and did not take much of a shine. It's too bad. It's a good looking stone otherwise. Then we had the Cripple Creek jasper. This too was $6 per pound. Check out how well this Cripple Creek jasper tumbled and polished. I like this piece a lot. I think it took a good shine, a great tumble, nearly flawless, and just a beautiful pattern in there. Look at that. I love the way this turned out. This might be my favorite stone of the whole batch. This next one is Rainforest Jasper at $9 per pound. Well, as you can see, the Rainforest Jasper took an okay shine. Not great, but okay. Not a bad looking stone. I couldn't get it tumbled flawlessly. That flaw just wouldn't go away. The stone just kept getting smaller. I like how it has this little chalcedony in it. That's cool. So it's a decent shine, a good looking rock. Rainforest Jasper. Next, Orbicular Jasper at $10 per pound. I'd say this Orbicular Jasper took a nice tumble and polish. What do you think? I figured it would. It's a very hard stone. A good tumble. Not perfect, but a really good tumble. Some of these fractures just wouldn't go away, so I had to leave them in. It's got a really cool pattern in there. I like this. What do you think? Orbicular Jasper. Then we have this Pilbara Picasso Jasper, also at $10 per pound. What do you think? It took a decent shine. I think it's a good looking rock. Not a perfect tumble, but not bad either. There were some of those little soft areas that seemed to undercut slightly. Didn't take a good polish. I didn't think they would. I love the design of this stone. Look at all the features in there. Very complicated. I like that. So overall, I think this took a really nice shine and turned out to be a nice tumbled stone. Next up is this Kambaba Jasper at $10 per pound. What do you think, our little crocodile jasper? Kambaba. Not a super high polish. I was hoping it would have more of a mirror-like shine. It's not awful, but it's just not as shiny as I was expecting. One little area there I didn't quite get perfect, but the rest of it looks really good. I just love this design, this pattern. I think it's really beautiful. Kambaba Jasper. Then we have this Coquina Jasper, again at $10 per pound. As expected, the Coquina did not take a good polish. That's too bad. It is a good looking stone otherwise, but it was just too soft. It just would not shine up in the vibratory tumbler, unfortunately. It's still a really interesting looking rock. I like it anyway, even though it doesn't have a shine. It's just so detailed. And it has a bit of a relief to it since the two different colors here were different density, and it undercut in all that red, which gives it a really neat tactile quality that the other stones don't have. Next up is this big chunk of polychrome jasper at $12 per pound. Check it out. What do you think? Took a pretty nice shine. I'm very happy with this one. Not a super mirror-like finish, but close. Good enough to make this one my new favorite, I think, of the whole bunch. Polychrome jasper. Cool stuff. And now it's the Wild Horse Jasper at $31 per pound. Well, it took a little bit of a shine. Not a great shine. It was too soft, like a couple of the other ones that we've tumbled. An interesting pattern though. Decent color, I suppose. Overall though, not too impressive. And finally, it's the Bruno Jasper at $40 per pound. Wow, this Bruno Jasper takes a heck of a good shine. That's good. I like this. Not a bad way to end this little video. What do you think? Great mirror-like finish. And in spite of the fact that I couldn't get rid of all that host rock, I shouldn't really call it host rock, whatever that other mineral is, the darker reddish maroon burgundy kind of stone, I'm calling that the Bruno Jasper, took a great tumble and polish, don't you think? Once again, thank you all for watching this little video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with this whole series. I know it's taken several months, but I think we learned a little bit along the way and got some decent results for the most part, with the duds as usual. So be sure and check my other videos for more like this, and thanks again for watching.